Let me start with a promise. If you stay with me through this workshop, I will show you exactly how to build real confidence in your child. Not a motivational style of confidence or some sort of temporary confidence, but the kind of confidence that shows up under pressure. The kind of confidence that helps them speak up in class and the kind that helps them handle failure without collapsing. The kind of confidence that reduces anxiety instead of feeding it, and the kind that lasts for life. This is going to be a really practical workshop. It's going to be simple and you will be able to implement it immediately. No fluff, no psychological jargon, no vague advice. If you're a parent who feels like confidence is slipping away from children everywhere, you're right. And by the end of this workshop, you'll know exactly what to do about it. Let me say something that might sound a little bit uncomfortable, but it's actually true. We are raising the most anxious generation of children we have ever seen. And at the same time, we're asking them to be confident. Those two things don't coexist. If you've noticed your child avoiding challenges, melting down when things get hard, worrying about getting things wrong, or constantly seeking reassurance, this isn't because you're doing something wrong. It's because the world they're growing up in has fundamentally changed. And most confidence advice basically hasn't caught up. So before we go any further, let me explain why you should listen to me. I've worked with over 50,000 families across 15 years worldwide. I've built and run the largest martial arts academy in the Middle East, the Warrior Academy, and across our academies globally, we teach over 10,000 children every single week. Now, these aren't theory sessions. They're real children under real pressure in real life. I've also written 2 best-selling books on building confidence, discipline, and child development. But more importantly, I've seen this up close. Every week, children walk through our doors who are anxious, who are withdrawn, who are fearful of failure, or convinced that they can't do things. And every week, I watch those same children change. Not because someone told them to believe in themselves, but because they were trained step by step to handle discomfort. This is actually personal for me too. I wasn't a confident child. I was bullied. I doubted myself. I avoided situations where I thought I'd fail. And confidence wasn't something I was actually born with. It was something I had to build, sometimes painfully, slowly, through experience. So when I talk about confidence, I'm not just talking from theory, not just talking from books or from privilege. I'm talking as someone who knows what it feels like to actually lack it. So here's the first thing you need to understand. Most people completely misunderstand confidence. Parents try to build confidence directly and they say things like, you can do it, just believe in yourself, or you're amazing, don't worry, you'll be fine. And those words come from love, but they don't work. Confidence is not something you can talk a child into alone. It's not something you can install with just praise, and it's not a mindset that comes first. Confidence is an output. What I mean by that is confidence is essentially the result of something else happening first. And when you focus on the output, you miss what the input actually creates. So let's talk about why confidence is so low right now. And that's all down to how modern children are growing up in a world of constant comparison, endless screens, instant gratification, and adults who step in faster than ever before. They experience less boredom, less friction, less struggle. And while that feels kind in the short term, it comes with a cost. Children aren't failing enough. They aren't stretching enough. They aren't solving problems on their own. And without those experiences, confidence has nothing to grow from. Instead, anxiety grows. And I see this every day. An 8-year-old who won't answer direct questions in class because they're scared of being wrong. A 10-year-old who quits activities the moment they feel challenged. A teenager who might look confident on the surface but collapses under pressure. These aren't weak kids. They are untrained kids. Here's something most people don't realize. Confidence and anxiety are inversely related. Let me explain. When a child hasn't practiced doing hard things, their nervous system learns that one clear lesson: hard things are dangerous. So when discomfort appears, anxiety just takes over. That's not a flaw, that's basically conditioning. And this is where everything changes. Confidence does not come before action. Courage does. Courage is the muscle and confidence is the product. Let me put it this way. Courage is choosing to act while feeling uncomfortable. Confidence is what's left behind afterwards. And that's why confident kids aren't fearless. They're just practiced. Now let me give you a really real example. We regularly work with children who arrive unable to speak in front of others, who refuse to participate, who cling to parents, convinced that they can't join in. And we don't tell them that they're confident. We give them small, controlled challenges. We let them feel discomfort safely while they're supported. And we guide them through it instead of rescuing them from it. We literally let them sit with it and feel it very, very gently. And within weeks, you start to see little changes. It's not hyper bravado, it's this calm confidence. It's the sort of confidence that shows up without being announced. And here is the mistake that I see so many parents make. They try to remove discomfort to protect their child. They step in early and they try to smooth the pain. They rescue too quickly without meaning to, and they teach avoidance. The goal is not to make children comfortable. The goal is to make them capable. Comfort feels good, and it feels good today, but capability pays off for life. Now, this doesn't mean being harsh. It doesn't mean throwing kids into the deep end straight away, and it doesn't mean ignoring emotions. What it really means is intentionally training courage in small, age-appropriate ways. And that's exactly what this workshop is designed to show you how to do. So, over the next 10 parts of this workshop, I'll walk you through a clear, practical framework for building real confidence in your kids. You're going to learn why courage is the foundation that everyone misses, how to train it deliberately, what slows parents down, and how to remove those blockers, how to adapt everything based on age, and at the end, I'll even answer real questions for parents in a full Q&A. This is a system that you can follow. So, if you're just joining now, watch the full workshop. The link is in the comments, and go back to the previous parts so this flows properly. And if this already resonates and you're excited to learn more, comment courage below, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss the next part and you tune in for future videos just like this. Because in part 2, we're going deep into courage. What does courage actually look like in young kids? How is it built? And how do parents accidentally block courage, even with the best intentions? That's where this becomes truly practical. I'll see you in part 2.